And welcome back into the Team SMI starting lineup media day. We're here with the Carrollton Trojans kicking off one of our 9 schools that are going to be here today. Coach Sean Calhoun, Clemson commit Kevin Swent, and Cody Brewer, both seniors at Carrollton High School. How are you gentlemen doing today?
I'm doing good.
Excellent. Thank you for having us.
Well, we're blessed to have you guys and to be a part of the program. Coach, get us started. Third round appearance last year, solid year. High expectations for the Trojans. What are we looking like in the offseason and coming into our 2019 campaign?
You know, the offseason's been really good for us. You know, the biggest thing that we want to see is progress. You know, progress in the weight room. Obviously, you can't put on full gear, you know, for a while, and then you get the 10 days of spring practice, and our kids made the most of that. And so the gains is what you want to see. You know, summer attendance has been fantastic. That started from our senior leaders. You know, they have demanded that. The only way for us to get better is everybody to be there, so the team is around each other every single day. You know, with the summer being voluntary. But it's been good, you know, a handful of paddock camps, some 7-on-7 deals, and we can go full gear this Thursday. So we're moving in the right direction.
Awesome.
Kevin, there's a whole lot of you from here up, and then from there down. How tall and how big are you? Because when you walk through that door, man, it just got dark in here. How tall are you?
I'm probably about 6'3", about 233 right now. So yeah.
And run 100 in 1 second.
Nah, I can't do that.
Well, now your buddy Cody over here, what'd you do? Put a brick on his head because you didn't want him to grow? Tell us about yourself, Cody.
I moved to Carrollton my 9th grade year. Played 9th grade, and then I was in the rotation as a running back my sophomore year, and I got the ball a pretty good bit.
A whole bit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, one of the big things, you know, it kind of goes back to what I was talking about the mentors, and you guys are Coach Calhoun's first senior class to come through, so you guys have had a huge impact, you know, under that time that you guys have been at Carrollton. And so, you know, that pressure of being at Carrollton because of what the expectations are every year. Give me some insight on what you guys have done, like I said, as far as like some of your time and things y'all have given back to the community, things like that you've done at the elementary school and stuff like that, to where y'all have taken that leadership piece, because that's that's a hard thing that a coach looks for every year, is trying to find those guys who are going to be those leaders. And so kind of putting that out there of what you guys have done. So there may be other guys out here and say, hey, I want to be a leader. Well, here's some of the things I got to do or need to do.
Yes, sir. We actually go to the elementary school and read them books about probably around 5 times a year through just on the school year. And I know we went to we did field day with the elementary school. We did the test and pet rally with the middle school, and yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Youth camp.
And we have youth camp.
Coach Calhoun, you've got – I'm sorry, Kevin, I interrupted you.
Oh, you good. You can go ahead.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You got Bremen coming up in a scrimmage game. A scrimmage game is not supposed to be anything, hint, hint, except just get used to and fix some things. However, you and I both know there's not a whole lot of fixing at Carrollton, so what's the sense in playing a Bremen in a scrimmage game?
It's competition. And, you know, anytime we get a chance to go up against somebody else, it doesn't matter, scrimmage, real game, playoffs, paddock camp, we want to win. You know, that's what everything we do, you know, is to win, is to compete. We play fast, focused, and physical. And, you know, and that's what we'll do over there August 15th.
Who's a kid right now possibly on y'all's team that y'all obviously know about, but maybe we don't know about or people in the community don't know about, that's going to make an impact for y'all's team this year?
Great question. You know, there's I think 2 big ones right now. One doesn't get talked about nearly as much. It will be probably our 2 kickers, in Mason Dill and Damon Dominguez. You know, your special teams is a very, very, very important unit. You know, something that doesn't get talked about as much. Everybody knows when they miss a kick or shank a kick, but so, you know, we're excited about them too. I think defensively, Kevin, Cody, y'all can speak up too. A kid named Cyrus McClure. we moved him from corner to safety this year, and he was probably our brightest spot in the spring and in the summer at safety. Now it's a new position, learning, but athletic, long basketball player too. We're really, really, really excited about him.
Kevin, you're being recruited, and now you've signed more or less. Tell us about that recruitment process so that, excuse me, so that the younger people can have an idea of what you went through and how you made your decisions.
Well, for me, the recruiting process really wasn't that difficult for me. Having Coach Calhoun, to show me, take me places, and like show me how the college atmosphere was, kind of like stuff like that. And then, for any recruit that's getting recruited right now, just take your time with it. It's really not a hurry. Find a place that fits you most of all, because the next 4 years that you'll be there, you want to be somewhere where you're happy. If you don't go to the next level, you'll get your degree, and then you'll be successful in that place. So that's the number one thing. Then, find a coaching staff that's going to stay there, be stationary with you, and then find somewhere that you'll go and develop. So that's the most important thing, development, just helping you develop and become a better man. So, yeah.
Wow, well said.
Do you feel better now that that piece is already taken care of, that you can go out and play your senior season and just concentrate on the Carrollton Trojans instead of having to worry about all the other questions coming in about, okay, where are you going this weekend? What are you doing this weekend?
That was the main thing for me. Just getting it out the way. Focusing with my current teammates. Living in the moment really. Just making this last senior year count. Getting to the state championship, because that's the main goal for us. And just to leave it at that.
What about the indoor facility that's getting ready to be put up? I know you guys are probably going to get ready to enjoy that here in September when it's all hot. But talk about the advantages you guys will have for that rather than practicing outside.
Definitely off the bat, we had a handful of practices last year where you got to go in the gym,
right now, right.
And it's very limited in what you can do.
Right.
And there's sometimes you want to wait out the storm or you want to wait out the lightning, and it gets too late and these kids got to go home, and they got to do homework and they got to eat and sleep. And so now we'll never be able to get off schedule. We'll be able to do the same thing with our 8th and our 9th grade also. So, just having the ability, to have the first one in the state of Georgia that's full 120 yards and just, have that accessibility is beyond humbling. We're extremely, extremely excited, and it just shows the excitement that this community has for their football team, of course, but just athletics in general, right. And the arts and the academics, because band will use it, PE classes will use it. I mean, everybody's going to use that facility. It'll truly be the most used building on our campus.
Awesome.
Well, let's go ahead and let's talk about Noonan. So what
East
happened?
Coweta
Yeah. First. All right, sorry, my bad. I was going back 2
You're
years
good.
ago.
Sorry. Okay,
when you first got
happens.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry. Like so, when
They didn't want to play us anymore.
Did your first interview there? But let's go back and let's talk about getting ready for East Coweta. You guys have put. Starting, I know, already working on game plans and all that kind of stuff. What does East Coweta return this year? And what do you see as the things you guys are going to have to be able to do to get the first win of the season?
We haven't broke them down in the sense of, knowing all their personnel yet. I know the biggest one is that running back's gone. He was a heck of a player, but I personally know John Small, and know their offensive coordinator, a guy named Jackson Dean over there. So I know they're always going to be well coached. I know they're always going to have a game plan. They're always going to. You can always tell that they know what they're doing. So when we get into that week, and get after Bremen, because we'll have 2 weeks after Bremen to get ready for them is when we'll truly get geared up. And I think their first game's on TV, so we'll get a chance to check them out. And but it'll be exciting. Beautiful venue over there at West Georgia, and just having the ability to play in that West Georgia Classic, it's been awesome.
Top to bottom, I think it's safe to say that your region in 5A is the toughest. I don't think hands down. Mm-hmm. I think that's another discussion. Mm-hmm. But you've luckily got Rome at home this year. You got to travel to Kell, but I think East Paulding on the road again this year. So some tough games on that schedule. How do you prepare yourself week in and week out, get ready to play such 8 region games? I mean, it's really tough.
We've started preparing the day after Stockbridge. and that's truly our mindset. You don't just flick on that light the week of. We've talked about it. These two young men to my right, they've been pleased by the last 3 years of going to the quarterfinals for 3 years, but they're not satisfied. They give out one trophy a year, and that's very hard to obtain. So we've been preparing for a long time. So when those times come, and it's August 15th and the 30th, and then you get into region play, that's what we've been working towards, and I love these kids, and I love how hard they work, and they just come in here every day and roll up their sleeves and put on their hard hat, and it's time to go to work, and I love it.
Well, from my standpoint, you three, I just appreciate what you're doing, Coach, what you're doing.
Thank you.
Kevin, you and Cody for the way that you are with young people, because that's something you don't have to be. You can stand off and say, well, tough on you, little boy or little girl, and you don't. And I personally appreciate that.
Yeah, and like so we just, what you guys are doing, the things that, we're seeing from that side over there, you guys are, working your tails off and representing what you need to be doing. So that's my big thing. But I want to ask both of you right now, it is kind of a serious show, but then like I said, we want to see that personality side of you guys too. One of you, give me your favorite Coach Calhoun story.
Oh, gosh.
You want to, bro?
Now, remember, you got to play on Friday night. You remember that, okay?
I don't think these guys have to worry about playing on.
No.
Yeah, but if he starts
They're going to play, I
If
promise.
if he don't play them, he ain't going to be there long.
True story.
You want to, bro? You got it. All right.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. All right. I think I was in 9th grade. Let's see. I'm trying to think. It's a whole bunch of them, really.
Pick one. Pick the worst one.
All right, the worst one. I think I was in 9th grade. We was practicing on the grass field, so it was kind of new to everybody. And then we was like going through India and all that. We started going to team, and I think like for some reason everybody just kept throwing the water bottles down on the ground. It was like, hey bro, pick the water bottles up, and then folks was like, all right, but we gonna pick them up. Then they kept walking by him, so he was like, all right, I got something for that. So we got on the sideline, and we started barrel rolling, and then like doing bear crawls.
A good old barrel roll.
Then ever since that day, you'll see every water bottle picked up. You will never see a water bottle on the ground. Like, so that scarred everybody for life.
Great.
Coach,
These are not to pick up after themselves,
you got any closing remarks, Coach, before we head on with Carrollton County?
Just thank you, thank you so very much for having us. Thank you so much for Gradic Sports and and everything that y'all do for West Georgia. And this is it's a region that loves their football.
Yes, absolutely.
That loves their football.
Absolutely.
It's a great event.
We got the Carrollton Trojans, Carrollton High School, starting off our Team SMI Media Day. When we come back, we'll be sitting down with Coach Scott Peavy and the Carrollton County Rebels right here on the Gradic Sports Radio Network.
Great job.